block with pimps and prosecution. All right.
Petitioned by a cop for
Hell yeah.
in their cop car.
Hell yeah. In uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, today.
Wait, what? Wait, whoa.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop for
Hell yeah.
in their cop car?
Petition.
Hell yeah. In
What do you mean petition? Like paid for?
uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're in Phoenix, Arizona, on the Blade, speaking with pimps and prostitutes, getting an inside look at their life and how it is on these streets.
Oh damn.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart.
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
Does he think he's God? What? What?
That's a crazy statement.
When she go to sleep and pray at night, she's praying to me. Not me, but nigga.
We dive into the world of prostitution, this time in Phoenix, Arizona. This story takes place on the Blade, the term used for the street where women can be seen walking at night looking for customers. The business of sex is a complicated one. Usually what you find is vulnerable women being controlled and manipulated by a devious pimp, who oftentimes himself grew up in a rough environment where he saw prostitution from a young age. For a young man growing up in poverty, the allure of being a pimp is both financial and status related. Monetarily, it's a great way to make fast money, and the profession of pimping has been glorified in rap music, presenting an image of a smoothly dressed man with cars.
It's a nice yacht.
Of pimp
Not bad yacht.
has been glorified in rap music, presenting an image of a smoothly dressed man with cars, women, and the latest fashion. Phoenix has long been a hotspot for prostitution and sex trafficking, two things that overlap. Recently, there have been major busts, including one operation that arrested over 3
Whoa.
people in early 2020.
I did hear about
mainstream media believes
I did hear about the massage parlor one a couple years ago when they were getting happy endings and stuff like that, and they was getting crazy.
Local vaguely related to the story in a corporate setting of an office is the way to deliver news. I believe the best way to get to the bottom of the story is to go boots on the ground and get it straight from the source. Today, we do just that. Our story begins by interviewing a pimp, and as the story goes on, we find ourselves in a motel room with a prostitute getting ready for work and her pimp in the room as well. It's time to hit the Blade.
Quick announcement, time is running out to get your ticket. We have a live event in Milwaukee. So if you're in the Chicago area, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, nearby, or want to make a drive, come out to the show. 2 documentaries. It's going to be fun. Oriental Theater, March 7th, link in description. And now to the video.
These nigga rapper ain't doing it right. Hustle hard for them bands because that's what I like. I fuck on a bitch and then I'm out of sight. That bitch gave me brain, yeah, that bitch blew my mind.
Oh nah, I ain't letting that slide, bro. Oh god, bro, that remind me of the one white girls back in school when they eat them Takis and hot Cheetos and they be hanging out with all the black girls and stuff like that. That shit was a movie, bro. Shit was a movie, dummy.
So it's 5 p.m. on a Tuesday night. This is the first impression of the Blade. We're gonna show you what we see. Just think that this is somebody's reality, that 6-7 days a week. This is how they feed themselves, feed their kids. Like, could you imagine a mom being out here? Mom's gonna go out and work tonight. She'll be back in the morning. That's a crazy reality to me. They say this is the world's oldest profession, and I wonder if America's making the right calls and how we're handling.
I would say so. It is the oldest.
Would it not be safer to have brothels? Would it not be safer for the women, for the STDs? You cut out the pimps, which to me are the guys you gotta cut out of this game. Tell the people where we are right now.
Shit, right now we on 27th Avenue.
Jeez.
Cool. That's the Blade, but really that's the start of the Blade, but you feel me? We just gonna say that's the Blade.
And what's the Blade?
You gonna come down here, you gonna see some fat hoes, small hoes, anything, pigeon toes, but you feel me? Everything down here getting money though.
To me, it's mind-blowing that a man can convince a team of women to work for him and be on the street, to put their body at risk,
that shit
and
is
then
crazy.
collect the money for that. How do you manage to do that?
Well, we're not convincing them to do anything. They seeing that we providing them a higher lifestyle for them. You feel me? Some females, they gonna be able to go to college. Some females, they ain't gonna never be shit. They need to run into a nigga like me or a nigga like us. Anybody on our lifestyle that's gonna actually elevate them and be able to give them what they need. Be able to, you feel me, put them in their car, put them in the house. A lot of people, they gonna be in their mama house the rest of their life. They gonna never be nowhere. Fuck.
So he's pretty much saying, if it wasn't for these pimps, these bitches would never be anything in their life. They cannot amount to anything in their life. Pray to the pimps because they are the reason why they are able to do what they do.
Kids like kids, but you feel me? Turn around. You see that? Can't make this up. I almost want to roll the window down.
What advantage do the women have in teaming up with someone like you?
They by themselves, they liable to get broke. When you get broke, you a renegade, you out here by yourself, you ain't got nobody to protect you or help you. Anybody can do anything to you. They know you got a purse full of money, they know you ain't giving it to nobody, so it's on you. You need somebody to be able to watch your back, make sure you safe, make sure you're okay, make sure you can eat, make sure you get home safe.
You kind of view yourself as the bank and the security guard of your women.
I'm everything.
When they're out in the street, how much of what they bring in goes to you?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. I'm your everything. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
Praying to you is actually so wild. Like how deep in do you have to be? How much of a sociopath do you have to be to want bitches to pray to you? Like I genuinely don't get it.
That's a crazy statement.
Straight in, man. It is what it is, man.
Do you think that's a fair arrangement that all their money goes to you?
100%. Because it's going back to them in the long term. Anything they need paid for, it's coming right out of my pocket, and that's everything.
What kind of things do you buy them?
They might need a whip, they might need their rent paid, they might need a house. Their kids might need some clothes, their kids might need some food, their kids might need their daycare paid for. You never know what they might need, but whatever they need, that's why they give everything they got to me, and I'm gonna make sure everything okay.
Tell people what a bottom is.
That's the can rely on. Like, if all the go, they leave, anything, gonna you can't trust no to stay, but your bottom you can trust that one. That one ain't gonna never leave.
Did you say off?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When you off on a nigga, that mean like you could be with another nigga. Anything. It's really just anything
what
to
does that
not
mean?
to somebody liking. You feel me? Where it's like, all right, you stop with me, but you ain't just stop with me and keep it solid and letting nigga know what it is. You feel me? You off on me. You did something unrespectable.
And look,
okay.
just how here she comes back again. How can someone get away with that? That looks like so obvious what's going on.
She ain't doing nothing wrong. She just walking on the phone. You feel me? I ain't see no crime.
Is this something that Phoenix police are trying to bust, or that you have to worry about police?
You for sure.
I'm not gonna lie. Why did when he said the bottom bitch? Why they show a heavyweight? I'm saying a heavyweight champion. Does that mean that like heavyweight champions don't they stuck?
Don't gotta worry about police. We go 2 minutes up the street, you gonna see hella police, but like ain't nobody doing shit. They don't see nothing going on. You feel me? Unless somebody's stupid enough to be seen.
How do you view women?
I love women. For real, I love everything about women. You feel me? I don't even like being around niggas. I only like being around women. You feel me? Nigga ain't gonna keep me paid. Gonna keep me paid. You feel me?
Not like what
How
a
would you
pimp
feel if
was.
your sister was out on the blade?
My sister is on the blade right now in
Really?
Vegas. On my mama.
How'd you find your way in?
What?
Shit, bro. When I was like 18 years old, I was with this little bitch, or really an older bitch. But whole time she was a hoe. I didn't even know she was a hoe. She just always had dough. You feel me? She'd pay for little shit that I had going on, and it came to a point to where she started kind of like, you know, I'm gonna teach you the game. She wanted to see me get paid. You
So
feel
an
me?
older woman taught you the game.
For surely.
What's the relationship you have with your mom?
I talk to my moms every day.
Does she know what you're up to?
Yeah, she know what I do.
What does she think about it?
She don't like it, but she gotta respect me. I gotta take care of
She
myself.
gotta
see how I
respect
take
me.
care of myself. She see how I take care of others. You feel me?
Where do you see yourself on the balance of good and evil?
Straight good. Ain't no evil in me. You feel me? Everything I'm doing is out the kindness of my heart. I'm trying to make sure everybody else is part of me.
Cap. You getting paid off of these bitches that these succubuses, man.
I play my part and we smooth.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart?
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not.
What happens if one of your girls comes back and doesn't bring $1 home?
She wouldn't even come back. I ain't gonna lie. She know better than to come back if she ain't got no bread. Cause it's like, for what? What you here for? Like, you know?
What's the most a woman is brought back in a night?
Usually a quota is about a band, but you feel me? I done had to bring in like 35 bands in the night before.
Is there a particular day of the week that's the hottest?
Saturday.
Okay.
Sunday morning.
Is it a dangerous job?
For me, I know how to play the game right, you feel me? I ain't never in my life been in no danger playing this, but I done heard some stories, but that's about it.
Is it dangerous for the women?
Yeah, I say it's dangerous for them at all times. If they not protecting themselves, if they not making sure that they safe at all times, they not doing their perfect screening. When I mean perfect screening, I mean perfect screening. Cause any little flaw could really have you jammed up.
What makes a good John?
He gonna have to pay, and he gonna have to keep paying and keep paying and keep paying.
One thing we've heard in Chicago and Los Angeles from both the pimps and the prostitutes out there is they don't have black customers. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we don't do no AAs.
What is AA?
That's African American.
No African American customers?
No African American.
And why is that?
It's never really nothing good coming with African Americans. They usually too aggressive. They want too much. They not paying enough. It's almost like a safety hazard.
Oh.
You know.
Well,
No, just making sure you're checking your surroundings. Okay, we're gonna keep going on the blade. Maybe we'll...
All right, so niggas and prostitutes don't go together. Thank God, I would never do that. But niggas and prostitutes don't go together because niggas are the cheapest. That's what I'm assuming.
See you a little later tonight, but thank you for sharing your story, and I wish you the best, okay? So we're gonna hit the blade, we're gonna pick up some chicks.
Without having any good street connections that can get me into the rooms with pimps and prostitutes, I decided to try my luck by driving around and trying to pay women for a conversation. This made me feel nervous, uncomfortable, and I struck out more than an 8th grade boy at the dance. Apparently an Arizona YouTuber went around harassing these ladies before, so they were not too keen for an interview, understandably.
I always feel like such a fucking slimy bastard when we're doing this. It just feels so weird and wrong.
When I visit tough places, I always look for people that are thriving despite the environment. We found a boxing gym, so I figured I'd talk to a coach and hear his mentality and how he steers youth in the right direction.
We're at a boxing gym right now, as you can tell.
Okay.
Kids are working out, they're jump roping, they're getting a sweat, and we're with the coach. What's your name, sir?
Rafael Valenzuela. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you, coach.
Mr. Valenzuela.
De la
Top tier.
prostitution in our area.
Ellos no se enfocan en eso, ni siquiera voltean a ver a ellos. Ellos vienen y trabajan aquí en el gimnasio, llegan, se van a su casa. No andan en las calles, es diferente para ellos. Acá se van a correr a veces y pues, estamos cuidándolos de que no haya gente que los moleste.
Pienso que un gimnasio como esto es muy importante para la comunidad.
Oh, sí, es bien importante porque, como te digo, los enseñas a pelear,
Teach them to
pero
fight.
también formas disciplina. Cuando ellos crezcan, vayan formándose bien.
Okay, this is good. At least they're doing something good for the youth, so people don't have to, like, you know what I mean? Get trapped into this lifestyle.
Fuerte allí, o de qué es la solución para esto?
Pues ahorita yo pienso que con todo esto que está de las drogas que están saliendo, que ya ves que hay tantas personas que están envueltas en drogas, también es duro para la policía mantener todo esto pues controlado, porque hay un policía o dos y hay como 100 o 200 gentes en la calle haciendo sus cosas, entonces es duro para la policía. Yo pienso que ellos están trabajando en eso, pero sí deben de estar un poquito más enfocados en eso también.
Muchas gracias. ¿Qué tú haces para los niños y la comunidad? So, muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
There apparently was a YouTuber that was harassing prostitutes, and so that's making it not very easy for us to try and talk to women. We're gonna hop out on foot and see if we can just get people's stories or perspective of the area. So it looks like somebody's getting just got a customer and they're going to a motel.
Damn.
It feels like we're in another world right now.
Otherworldly.
Kind of geeking out right now.
Feeling like I was about to fold my cards, as a last-ditch effort, I decided to go to a motel lobby and see who I could meet. After standing in line for a few minutes, my luck changed when a lady named Roxy got in line behind me. Here's what happened.
Is it normally this slow here? What is it like night to night around here? Does it get hectic?
Sometimes it does. Mainly you have like all the smokers that smoke blues hanging out around here. Sometimes it gets a little crazy, you know, like people fighting and want to shoot each other.
Over drugs or over
Shit.
It's
pimping?
mainly over, it's not even got nothing to do with the pimping no more. It's all got to do with the pills, like the fentanyl. Like it's not their area to take over.
As far as Phoenix goes, this is the hotbed for pimps and prostitutes, unquestionably, right?
Yeah.
So one question I have is, do you think it should be legal? Should we have brothels where you can legally go, do your business, it's a little safer for the women?
To me, it's a job for them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like strippers. It should be legal for them to do it, somewhere to go safe, you know, instead of just walking the blade and then people picking them up and then somebody, you know, hurting them or killing them or something like that.
Have you
What?
ever
She
heard
was
of a
putting
bad
a-
story happening to a woman?
Wait, she was put in a barrel.
I've heard of a lot. I've seen a lot of females get in a car and end up in a vacuum alley, gutted up, cut up. I've seen a girl
Oh, wow.
that was on the blade on Northern and 27th, and they found her body in the back of an alley just laying on an empty bed, no clothes on, stabbed up.
How do you view the pimp in this?
Bro,
is
what?
he a helpful person? Is he a parasite? Is he a bad guy?
I don't think these women need pimps, you know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you need a pimp when you're trying to work for the money for yourself? Some of these women are vulnerable, you know?
What percent of the rooms here you think are dedicated to prostitution?
Travelers in. That's across the street. And over there, they can bring as many people as they want. Just the other day, I seen these two girls bring a trick over there, and I don't know what they were trying to do, rob them or what, but they he busted out their window, and then he left, and then they left. It was crazy. I was like, wow.
It seems like a dangerous world to be in.
Yeah, especially too for the tricks too, you know, because they never know what's behind them doors, or they never know what's gonna happen. They can get set up. Somebody could be waiting for them to rob them and stuff. And most of these females are doing it for the fentanyl, and that's pretty.
So they're doing their job of prosecuting, and after they're getting done with their prosecuting, they go ahead and buy drugs.
Does the pimp get the woman hooked on fentanyl? Is that part of the game?
No, I think that they get themselves hooked on that. Some pimps, if you follow the girl, they'll come right up on you and tell you, hey, well, what are you doing bothering my girl, and this and that, and he'll point a gun at you and all kinds of shit. It's crazy.
Have you ever met a pimp that you think is a good guy?
I know quite a few pimps. They're all right. Yeah, you see a lot of ambulance. Just earlier today, they had the helicopters and like 10, 15 squad cars. I guess they were on high-speed chase from here.
The motel managers, do you think they 100% know what goes on?
Of course they do. Some of them are with it and some of them ain't with it.
I guess
they have to know.
Get it? Like, what are they going to do? Say, no, I don't want to feed my family? Like, that's the thing. Like, every person in the chain, at the end of the day, they're trying to survive.
Yes, yes. And that's what this whole situation is. Like, the homeless, the prostitution, the drug addicts. Everybody's trying to survive out here. You know, this world is hard, you know.
Do you have anyone waiting on you right now?
Yeah, I have them waiting on me.
The truck?
No.
Do your thing first and we can talk after?
Yeah, they're pushing a shopping cart, so they have all my bags in the shopping cart.
So guys, motels like this, they're hot spots, and there's cities, major cities all around the country that someone's day-to-day life, the way they put food on the table is to sell their body. But you let me know in the comments, should it be legal? Would it be safer, better, cleaner if it was legal?
It would definitely be safer, but damn, do you really need it that bad? Do you really need to let that nut off, nigga? Like, niggas out there with like the self-control of like nutting like of a child. Like, niggas can't not do it.
That's a line we shouldn't cross as a society. You guys let me know what you think. And one thing that's a little spooky about doing this is you never know how close a pimp is keeping an eye on you. Some car with tinted windows. I mean, we just saw pimps with crazy guns in the car. I think if you're not bothering someone, they're not gonna bother you. We're gonna wait for this girl and see what she brings us to.
They find like people already broken in the room. Yeah. Like, see how the bed's all like moved aside? Yeah. Like, sometimes you can move the furniture out and it's like dirty under there. Sometimes they don't even clean these rooms right. I stayed in that one over there today.
What the?
And that room over there, I killed like 2 big roaches in that room. You moved the bed, it was dirty. Comforts didn't look clean. They had like little thin pillows. It's just crazy. People been getting shot over here. Right now.
Cause they're like, shoot, what's the point of cleaning it if we just know that another prostitute just gonna come back in here? Like,
over the fentanyl. El Chapo Guzman put a stop to fentanyl for the blues to come here. A lot to do with cartel, you know. I just got out of prison for sales of drugs. Like, I used to sell a lot of drugs. That's why a lot of people know me around here. After this car accident and everything, I stopped. Like, I just had to quit, you know. Like, I had to get my shit together. I'm waiting for my settlement to come through, and then
from the insurance company.
Yeah, Hemp wants somebody that's gonna work. The room he pays for, food he's paid for, the clothes he's paid for. She has to work that off.
When they have sex with tricks, what % of them you think wear condoms?
I don't even think they do. It's just a dangerous game.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's one bad thing, you know.
How much does this room cost tonight?
It cost me $84, but it was supposed to be $63.
For a sketchy motel, 84 seems.
But they upping it because they know them pimps gonna pay it.
It is high. Let me talk to them and find out if they're comfortable with it.
Can I give you my number?
Yeah. So that way they won't be all sketchy.
Yes.
Hey. I'm in room.
Oh, is she you know what I'm saying?
6 right next to the laundry room. They're coming.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit then. Like, think about this, picking up weed. Back in the day, you had to meet someone in a sketchy cul-de-sac or the alley. Dealer would drive up, you're nervous, the cops are gonna pull up. And now they have dispensaries. You walk in calmly, you get what you want. You walk out, everyone's happy and no one gets hurt. I think it's pretty similar with prostitution.
To see what a future could look like if sex work was legalized, let's look at 2 different case studies that are out there. In Nevada, the only place in the United States where it's legal, the results have been encouraging. Sex workers report a great reduction in violence, better relationships with police, and like the legalization of marijuana, the counties that have legalized it are enjoying increased tax revenue and tourism dollars that it brings to their area. In the Netherlands,
nah, of course, because people know, oh, I can just straight over to I can just go over straight over to Nevada. Hey, shit. How
decided to legalize prostitution in specific districts that they call tipple zones. Cities that have implemented these zones saw a 30 to 40% decrease in incidents of sexual abuse and rape. A study I found from Yale estimates that major cities spend around $7.5 million every year enforcing prostitution laws, and something I thought of is that money could instead be invested to fighting crimes like shootings and theft, things that are a little bit more major. What do you think?
I think they're using that to block it.
Have you ever seen a motel that is this secure? Like, as far as how to get in? Travelers Inn's pre-locked down. We're at Miguel. Throw the drone up, see what we can find. There's some weird stuff going on around here.
Bro, this would be a sketchy place to just be walking around, bro. I wouldn't know, bro.
Hey, they just got in the door. They said give them a few minutes.
Are they down?
Yeah, they're down the top. So they said give them a few minutes because they just got in the door.
10 minutes? Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Out in the open. There's someone right there.
It's a hoe.
That's a hoe.
Thanks. How are you? So I'm looking to talk to people. I'm looking to pay people for interviews.
Oh, no, I'm good, love. Thank you.
No? We just have to make sure we're not walking into a setup.
True, because, yeah, that could be a setup too. I think we should bring up one.
How you doing? Good. I can hop out. You want to meet me at the gate? Here, I'm gonna come out right now so you can see me. These are my guys. What's going on? Nice to meet you. How long do you plan on going out for? You're gonna go for 24 hours straight?
That's my goal.
That sounds exhausting.
Not my first time. Probably won't be my last.
So what goes through your head when you get ready to go out there?
Just trying to stay positive.
How dangerous is it out there for you?
It could get pretty dangerous, to be honest.
Can you run us through a story of an experience that might give people an idea of how hectic it can get out there?
I mean, it could get pretty dangerous. I had this one client who didn't want to always make them pay me first, and then I'll do the service or whatever. He try to take the money back from me and shit. I have brothers and shit that I call and they handle the situation.
So you have some guys that if you need backup, you can.
Yeah, not everybody has that, you know. I didn't have that at first.
Is there anything you can?
Wait, you have brothers and you're doing?
Tell about.
Oh gosh, bro, why?
A lot of them are still married and literally cheating on their wives, and that's crazy as fuck to me.
What % of your clients do you think are married?
Probably over half of them.
Wow. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
What % of clients are wearing rubbers and what aren't?
Oh, I don't do anything without a rubber, so.
It seems like it would be pretty risky to do it without a rubber.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically just gonna kill yourself. I know a couple girls that that do anything for $1.
Can you tell me more about your story?
Wow.
How you got
So they'll even do a
I'll be 23 next month, and I've been doing this since 17.
What happened when you were 17 that you said, hey, this is what I want to do?
Well, I mean, my mom I'm from Indiana actually. My mom moved us back out here to Arizona, and we didn't have anything. We didn't have a house, we didn't have a car, we didn't have shit. And then my mom left me out here by myself.
Your mom left you out here by yourself?
Yep.
Where did she go?
She moved to Florida with her mom.
So is this kind of just survival?
Yeah.
Is there anything you think would be important to tell people back home that might not know anything about this world?
Don't be so judgmental towards people. I'm a peacemaker. I love peace. You don't know what the next person's going through, really.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
Honestly, I don't know, but hopefully not too much longer.
We've done a similar piece in Chicago and Los Angeles, and one thing we've heard from both pimps and prostitutes in both those areas is they don't do black customers.
Okay, I don't do black customers either.
Too risky?
Yeah.
What % of women out here you think have pimps?
I think back then when I first started working versus now, it's a lot.
17. Holy shit! I'm like, it's not even click. She wasn't even legal. Oh god.
Renegades now versus when I first started working, there's a lot of pimps and hoes.
And do you think pimps are helpful, or do you think they're hurtful to the business model?
As long as they're not a gorilla pimp, then they can be very helpful.
So you kind of need a pimp to survive in some ways?
Yeah.
Is the game plan basically to find customers and bring them back here?
I do car dates.
Is that the most common way of doing it?
Yeah.
Are there any weird fetishes that you come across?
This one guy, he hit me up. He's like, "Are you able to I didn't know what scat play was until I had to Google it when he asked me to do it.
Shit on him?
Scat play? Who? I didn't know people like
for any family or
Nigga was really IRL trying to get shitted on.
friends that might be out there
What?
wondering how you're doing. Is there anything you would like to say to them?
I'm good. I'm alive. Shit, they can hit my line. But I do have a son, and I do see myself being more active in his life.
When he's not with you, who does he stay with?
My baby daddy's mom.
Okay, let's go. You in the game or formerly in the game?
I'll never leave the game.
How young were you when you got into this game?
9.
9?
Yeah.
Who got you into this game at 9?
Just watching. Born in Los Angeles, California.
Did you grow up on Figueroa?
Yeah, I know about Figueroa.
Did you have any
Oh,
family
wow.
members on the blade?
Cousins, females.
Did they teach you the game?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
34.
Now that you're
Oh,
older
wow.
and more mature, is that kind of wild to think like that you were that young and put in those
9?
situations?
Yes. Actually does.
So I hear all the time, pimps take 100% of the money. That to me sounds absolutely crazy. What's your take on that?
She only gonna do what you let her do to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever she go for, that's what it's gonna be. I mean, there is some that do that. There are some that run their program a little differently, you know?
So if people think, man, a pimp is just a parasite, do you agree with that, or do you think that's, or do you disagree with that?
It can be, but see, you got motherfuckers out there giving pimp a bad name.
Is pimping
Okay.
a lucrative business?
Very.
What's the most you think you ever made in a month?
30.
Like an investment banker's income.
Damn,
Not
30,000
bad.
a month?
Do you ever feel bad for some of the prostitutes out there?
Actually, I do. That's what made me stop. A lot of these girls were raised wrong. They weren't loved how they were supposed to be. It took me a minute to realize, like, the life comes out of that. You know, the whole baby comes out of that. That's crazy. Like, pussy is the root of all evil. It's what make the world
Facts.
go round. It's
Facts.
the best thing on earth. It'll make anybody do anything.
Have you ever had to hunt down a trick and collect money?
Yes.
A lot? On the scales of good and evil, where do you see yourself?
I see myself good.
What percentage are on?
Yeah, I think you have to be a very self-aware person to realize that you're actually on the evil side. Like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to be evil, but like, sometimes you just gotta realize, maybe I am on the evil side. Like, I'm not a good
Do
person.
you think have been sexually abused or abused as a kid?
A lot.
What percent of pimps out there you think have been abused as a kid?
See, that's what I'm saying about this word pimp. You got boyfriend pimping, gorilla pimping, freak body pimping.
What is a freak body pimp?
These dudes out here that don't care. They'll pimp a tranny, they'll pimp a gay dude, they'll... this shit is wild.
If anything.
Like, this shit is illegal. Flag on the motherfucking play. But I guess if it make you money, hey, man, I ain't gonna be selling a boy pussy. That's out of pocket.
Have you ever been in danger doing
What
this
the?
job?
Every day I'm in danger. 144 years.
A pimp got 144 years?
You know, another one that got 422 years.
From Arizona?
Nigga, how do you get 422 years? Why do they even give that to you? Just say life.
420 years?
After Steve mentioned that he knew of pimps that got 144 year, 420 year sentences, I was curious to know the legal ramifications for each of the characters in the story: pimps, prostitutes, and johns. And it turns out it depends on the state, but let's take California for example. For a first-time offender of someone pimping an adult, they typically get a sentence of 3 to 6 years. But a really bad pimp who's involved in sex trafficking and more may get a few decades in prison, like this Milwaukee
Oh,
pimp
shit.
did recently. For the women caught
45
soliciting
years?
sex, most states agree that it is better to help the women than heavily punish her. Because of this, prostitution is typically a misdemeanor, and instead women are steered towards programs like probation, mandatory AIDS testing, and community service. And now for the johns. Let's take Illinois for example. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart noticed a discrepancy in the Department of Justice statistics. In 2010, 43,000 women were arrested for prostitution and only 19,000 johns were arrested for soliciting it. He decided he wanted to go after the johns soliciting sex and launch his National John Suppression Program. When the johns are caught, they're given a
National
ticket and a
Johns.
fine, and the money from their fine goes to support counseling and job programs for the Women's Justice Program, a program that supports the sex workers the police catch to steer them into a better future.
Imagine a motherfucking telling you 422 years in the Department of Corrections.
That's insane.
All because of a stinking ass bitch.
I learned a lot. Do you have any final thoughts?
If you can get out of it, get out of it. If you don't put anything in it, don't expect shit out of it. Straight up.
Okay, fair enough.
The families worry about them and think, you know, every day that shit on these streets is going to be okay, but you never know. I mean, there's so many girls that came up
There's a lot of girls that
dead,
are missing right
that
now.
are missing. They found girls that the tricks took them and raped them and left them in the alley. There's a girl that they found over here on Northern too, and they found her in a suitcase.
In a suitcase.
In a
Chopped up in a
suitcase, chopped up.
That's the worst part about it. Like,
Chopped
they don't have
up.
to walk the blade. I think that's the cheapest hoeing you can ever do. Internet, cool. That's more.
The internet's the
That's-
worst.
What? That gets dangerous
That-
too.
no,
You can have somebody lying to you about who the fuck
they are. Yeah.
Cam it up. You can get through it, just cam it up.
They used to have where get on the internet and do just phone. You don't have to touch nobody, go see nobody. I think that's the safest way.
I feel like if it was that easy,
Because
then
that's what's
nobody
going on
would
right
be
now.
doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the number one fear of what's going on right now. These women are ruining themselves. Syphilis, gonorrhea, like these women
Damn.
are catching. And by the grace of God.
Exactly.
Take care of themselves, you know? You got some.
Like obviously, like be grateful, but shit, you shouldn't be like you sitting there saying, yeah, everybody's caught it. I didn't catch it. Make it seem like you can't catch it.
Girls walking out here like, damn, like they look like high-class prostitutes, you know? Like their shit don't stink.
What's the percentage of them that are not going to doctors, getting checkups, and it's high?
Stay at the doctors.
For those that do take care of themselves, kudos, respect to you. Handle your scandal. With the ones that ain't, you need to get it together.
Handle your scandal.
Lack of love. They don't have that person to teach them that
Right,
shit.
that's what I'm talking about. Like the ones that don't try to take care of
And
themselves.
that's what the f is going on upstairs.
Are the ones that go out and have sex for like $20-$30. Girl, you're really cheating yourself.
20-30 bucks.
A baby come out of there, that shit is priceless. At the end of the night, they're gonna pay for
One
it.
pimp told me one time, because he wanted me to work for him, he told me, girl, you sitting on $1,000 right now. I'm like, what the f are you talking about?
It says men in the Bible, quote unquote, men were made from dirt. We came from dust, dirt, where we will return back to dust, dirt. Women were handcrafted. And then they said that we shall not lust. I can't help it. Shit, look what you made.
Do you guys think that sex work should be legal, that there should be brothels
Is that true or he just chatting?
to work at?
Yes. I feel like it'd be a lot more safer.
Yes, it would. And most of these women wouldn't be getting killed out here. A majority of the killing that's out here is coming from prostitutes getting killed.
Because this job involves women getting into cars or motel rooms with men they've never met, this profession carries a great deal of risk. Sex workers are some of the most common targets for killers.
Oh, wow.
Take, for example, the Chicago Strangler, where 50 women over the last 20 years have been killed, and almost all of them sex workers. When you mix the social stigma of the profession and police forces overwhelmed by cases, the result is many of these killings go unsolved, and the predators out there are aware of this.
A lot of these women are also hoeing for their addiction, just to stay high.
How much has fentanyl changed the game in hoeing?
Oh man, fentanyl fucked that game up.
That's
By far the worst drug that ever hit American soil. I've been 18 months clean off of it, man. Let me tell you, by far that was the best feeling, the best choice I ever made in my life was to stop with that.
What can you say about the power of fentanyl?
It's terrible. I wish I was never introduced to it. I was smoking like 100 pills a day.
What percent
What
of
the
the women out there you think are addicted to drugs in some way?
Probably like 2% don't do drugs.
I'd say a lot of them do it just to cope with what they're doing.
What we have to go through, yeah.
Do you ever enjoy yourself with a customer? Like this is kind of a fun part of the job, or is it never fun?
Yeah, sometimes there's like good customers.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop for sex?
Hell yeah.
In
Hell
your
yeah.
cop car?
Hell yeah. In uniform.
What?
Right here on the Bible. On my child's life.
Are they good customers?
Yes.
You'd be the best one.
On God.
Did you like
What?
cop customers?
No.
Why not?
They can switch up at any moment. You never know.
This girl told me too that she had a cop. He would be her regular, and she would go attend to him. And when she told him she didn't want to do that no more,
He gets upset. And now you want to change the
Yeah,
rules and
he
be a
in
little
jail.
f***ing bitch.
Oh, wow.
put her in jail and stuff.
Wow. All of them.
Okay.
All right, you
Have a
guys,
good night,
you
okay?
guys
Yeah,
stay
you
safe
guys
out
stay
there.
Alright folks, that's been an inside look into this world of pimping, prostitution, the people behind it, the stories behind it, and I hope you learned a lot, because I sure did. The mission of this channel is always to bring you the rawest.
That is, as per usual, W Tommy G. What the hell? That was different, bro.